6 ShotSpotper groups tasked with reducing violence in Detroit have all been given contract extensions by the city. City Council says violence is down roughly 20% since the group started engaging with the community last year. CBS News Detroit's Gino Vici is on your block outside Detroit City Hall with more on how they're making an impact.
Yes, and of those groups, I wanted to sit down with the one that's having the most significant impact in their community. And according to the data, that's Force Detroit. I wanted to sit down with them to understand what they're doing and why they think it's working.
We had a lived experience to be able to relate.
DeJuan Kennedy, who also goes by Zoe with Force Detroit, says there are many reasons why organizations like his are having an impact in the city.
We have a duty to monitor, address, and respond to disrespect. It's the front end. So if we're monitoring disrespect, altercations don't happen. If altercations don't happen, violence is mitigated.
According to Detroit City Council, the 6 ShotStopper groups contracted by the city to help curb violence have all seen some success to some degree, with Force Detroit and New Era seeing the most significant impact. All of the groups having their contract extended, some longer than others.
It means a lot. It means our staff will be employed. It means we'll be able to do what we need to do for community, intervene and interrupt acts of violence.
Today inside Force Detroit headquarters, there was a brainstorming session where violence intervention specialists talked about ways to make their process better, ways to reach more people, and ways to stop more violence.
By the time it gets to a violent encounter, it's a few things that happen. And I think a lot of people, we don't address that. Like, no one just wakes up and says, I'm about to go make a life-changing decision for myself or someone else. No one wakes up like that. That's a process.
Moving forward, Kennedy says the goal is to have a greater impact and ramp up communications with other groups about what works and work together across the city.
And we have to maintain that trust by coming through and following through on our commitments.
In Detroit, Gino Vici, CBS News, Detroit.